Hello, and welcome back to English Fluency, the podcast. I'm your host, and today we're going on a geographical journey together. As always, I will speak slowly and clearly so you can follow along easily. Today's episode is perfect for A2 to B1 English learners who want to talk confidently about countries, capitals, and travel destinations. We'll practice real conversations you might have when traveling or meeting people from different countries. Okay? Before we begin, remember to listen first, then repeat after me during our shadowing sections. This will help you improve your pronunciation and speaking confidence. Are you ready? Let's start our geographical adventure. First, let's practice asking and answering simple questions about geography. These are questions you'll hear often when traveling or meeting new people. Listen carefully to each question and answer. Question 1. Where are you from? Answer, I'm from Brazil. It's in South America. Let me repeat that more slowly. I'm from Brazil. It's in South America. Now, here's an important pattern. When someone asks where you're from, you can answer in two parts. First, say your country. Then, if helpful, mention the continent or region. Okay? Question 2. What's the capital of your country? Answer, the capital is Brasilia. It's in the center of Brazil. Notice how we give extra information? We don't just say Brasilia. We add, it's in the center of Brazil. This makes the conversation more interesting and helpful. Question 3. What language do you speak there? Answer, we speak Portuguese. Many people also speak some English. This is very useful information for travelers. Always mention the main language, and if people speak English too, that's helpful to know. Okay? Now it's your turn to practice. I'll say each sentence, then pause so you can repeat. Ready? Where are you from? I'm from Brazil. It's in South America. What's the capital? The capital is Brasilia. What language do you speak? We speak Portuguese. Excellent. You're doing great. Let's continue with more countries in practice. Different geographical features. Now, let's learn how to describe what a country looks like. This is very useful when people ask you about your homeland or when you're curious about other places. Listen to this conversation. Person A, what's your country like? Person B, Japan is an island country. We have many mountains and beautiful lakes. Person A, that sounds amazing. Is it a big country? Person B, not really. It's smaller than most countries, but we have a large population. Let me teach you some key words for describing geography. These words are very important. Repeat after me. Island. An island is land surrounded by water. Like Japan or the United Kingdom. Mountain. Mountains are very high areas of land. They're taller than hills. Lake. A lake is water surrounded by land. It's smaller than a sea or ocean. River. A river is water that flows from one place to another. Rivers often flow to the sea. Coast. The coast is where the land meets the sea. Many people love coastal cities. Desert. A desert is a very dry area with little rain. The Sahara is a famous desert in Africa. Let's practice using these geographical words. Repeat after me. My country is an island. We have many mountains. There are beautiful lakes. The river is very long. I live near the coast. The desert is hot and dry. Perfect. Now you can describe basic geographical features. Let's practice with some popular countries and their capitals. This knowledge is very useful for conversations with international friends or when you're traveling. I'll say the country, then the capital. Listen carefully. United States. The capital is Washington, D.C. Many people think it's New York, but that's not correct. Washington, D.C. is the capital. Canada. The capital is Ottawa. Not Toronto, not Montreal. Ottawa is the capital of Canada. Australia. The capital is Canberra. Many people think it's Sydney or Melbourne, but it's Canberra. Germany. The capital is Berlin. Berlin is in the northeast of Germany. France. The capital is Paris. Paris is famous for the Eiffel Tower. Italy. The capital is Rome. Rome is called the Eternal City. Spain. The capital is Madrid. Madrid is in the center of Spain. China. The capital is Beijing. Beijing was called Peking in the past. India. The capital is New Delhi. India is a very large country with many languages. Russia. The capital is Moscow. Russia is the largest country in the world. Now, practice saying these countries and capitals. I'll say them slowly. United States, Washington, D.C. Canada, Ottawa. Australia, Canberra. Germany, Berlin. France, Paris. Italy, Rome. Spain, Madrid. China, Beijing. India, New Delhi. Russia, Moscow. Wonderful! You're building great geographical knowledge. Now let's practice conversations about travel destinations. These conversations happen all the time when you meet travelers or plan trips. Listen to this conversation. Traveler, I'm planning to visit Europe next month. Friend, that's exciting. Which countries will you visit? Traveler, I want to see France, Italy, and Spain. Friend, great choice. Have you been to Europe before? Traveler, no, this is my first time. I'm very excited. Friend, you should visit the capital cities. Paris, Rome, and Madrid are amazing. Let's learn the key phrases from this conversation. I'm planning to visit. Use this when you want to talk about future travel plans. Which countries will you visit? This is a great question to ask travelers. Have you been to before? Is less than Hasson. 5 hash is greater than. This asks about past travel experience. This is my first time. Use this when you haven't visited a place before. You should visit. Use this to give travel recommendations. Here's another important conversation type, asking for travel advice. Tourist. Excuse me, I'm visiting your city. What places should I see? Local. Oh, you must visit the old town and the central market. Tourist. How far is the old town from here? Local. It's about 10 minutes by bus or 20 minutes walking. Tourist. Is there anything else I shouldn't miss? Local. Definitely visit the National Museum. It's very interesting. Tourist. Thank you so much for your help. Locale. You're welcome. Enjoy your visit. Important phrases for asking travel advice. What places should I see? This asks for recommendations. How far is from here? This asks about distance. Is there anything else I shouldn't miss? This asks for additional suggestions. You must visit. Use this to strongly recommend a place. Let's practice these travel conversation phrases. Repeat after me. I'm planning to visit Europe. Which countries will you visit? Have you been there before? This is my first time. What places should I see? How far is it from here? You must visit the museum. Thank you for your help. Excellent work! You're becoming confident with travel conversations. When talking about geography, weather and climate are important topics. Let's learn how to describe them. Question. What's the weather like in your country? Answer. We have 4 seasons. Summer is hot and winter is cold. Question. Does it rain a lot there? Answer. Yes, we have a rainy season from June to September. Question. What's the best time to visit? Answer. I think spring and autumn are the best. The weather is mild and comfortable. Key weather vocabulary. Hot means very warm temperature. Cold means low temperature. Mild means not too hot and not too cold. Rainy season is a time of year with lots of rain. Dry season is a time of year with little rain. Let's practice talking about nationalities and languages. I'm American. I'm from the United States. I'm Canadian. I speak English and French. I'm Brazilian. We speak Portuguese in Brazil. I'm Japanese. Most people speak Japanese in Japan. I'm German. German is our main language. Notice the pattern? The nationality adjective comes from the country name. Sometimes they're similar, sometimes different. Let me show you. America, American. Canada, Canadian. Brazil, Brazilian. Japan, Japanese. Germany, German. France, French. Spain, Spanish. Italy, Italian. Practice these nationality sentences. I'm American. I'm Canadian. I'm Brazilian. I'm Japanese. I'm German. I'm French. I'm Spanish. I'm Italian. Great job! You're learning so much useful vocabulary. Now, let's put everything together in a complete conversation. This is the kind of conversation you might have at a hostel, airport, or international event. Person A. Hi, I don't think we've met. I'm Maria from Mexico. Person B. Nice to meet you, Maria. I'm Chen from China. Person A. Great to meet you too. Is this your first time in London? Person B. Yes, it is. I'm here for 2 weeks. What about you? Person A. I've been here for a month studying English. Where in China are you from? Person B. I'm from Shanghai. It's a big city in the east of China. Person A. I'd love to visit China someday. What's Shanghai like? Person B. It's very modern with tall buildings and great food. What about Mexico City? Person A. It's huge and very busy, but I love it. The food is amazing too. Person B. Maybe we can share some restaurant recommendations. This conversation includes many elements we've practiced. Introductions with nationality. Asking about first visits. Describing cities. Expressing interest in other places. Making friendly suggestions. Now, let's practice the key parts of that conversation. Repeat each line. I'm Maria from Mexico. Nice to meet you. Is this your first time here? Where are you from? I'm from Shanghai. What's your city like? It's very modern. I'd love to visit there. Perfect. You're ready for real geographical conversations. Let's review what we've learned today. First, we practiced basic geographical questions. Where are you from? What's the capital? What language do you speak? Second, we learned geographical vocabulary. Island, mountain, lake, river, coast, desert. Third, we practiced countries and capitals. United States, Washington, D.C. France, Paris, and many more. Fourth, we learned travel conversation phrases. I'm planning to visit. What places should I see? How far is it? Finally, we practiced nationalities and complete conversations. For our final practice, let's review the most important phrases. Repeat after me one more time. Where are you from? I'm from. What's the capital? The capital is. What's your country like? It has mountains and lakes. I'm planning to visit. What places should I see? You should visit. Nice to meet you. Excellent work today. You've learned so much about geographical conversations in A2B1 English. These phrases and vocabulary will help you feel confident when talking about countries, travel, and meeting people from around the world. Remember, the best way to improve is to practice regularly. Try using these phrases in real conversations or practice with friends who are also learning English. Okay? Thank you for joining me on English Fluency, the podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends who are learning English. Next week, we'll explore conversations about hobbies and free time activities. Until then, keep practicing your English, and remember, every conversation makes you more fluent. Goodbye for now, and happy learning.